Leon here, the Songwriter's Mentor. And in this video, I'm really talking to myself first. And I think that what I have to say will benefit you as well. First, a confession. I have a tendency to be a news junkie. I tell myself that I like to stay informed. I need to know what's going on, right? But here's the problem. The news tends to be negative. You're probably saying, yeah, duh. Well, yeah, you can find the occasional good news story, but the main headlines are usually of the doom and gloom variety. It's not too hard to find bad news. Indeed, no matter when you watch or read the news, especially the headline stories of the day, it seems relentlessly grim. Even good news has turned into bad news. Now, as I'm recording this video, the stock market has been taking a beating. But even when the stock market was hitting record highs, inevitably, a serious reporter would come along and state, "It never lasts, it won't last, the bear market is on its way, blah, blah, blah." Now, back in 1997, a fellow by the name of Dr. Andrew Weil wrote a book titled 8 Weeks to Optimum Health. He recommended, as part of his program, what he called a one-day news fast. No CNN, no Fox News, no NPR, for one full day. Now, obviously, Dr. Weil did not want people to be uninformed, so that's why the fast was of such a short duration. He was concerned about those who had fallen into news addiction. These were the individuals who compulsively kept the TV tuned to the news channels, read the news online, listened to the news or listened to the talk shows where they talked endlessly about the news. They listened to the news in their cars. They posted cautionary news stories on Facebook. They were addicted to the emotional ups and downs produced by this constant consumption of negative information. Now, I found in my own experience that it's easy to get addicted to the news. When the stock market was going through its gyrations near the end of 2008, I found myself anxiously going to MSN.com every few minutes to read the news. Where was the market now? How much had it fallen today? Are we in a deep depression? Or worse, are we in a recession, I should say? Or worse, is this a depression? Well, never mind that I didn't have personal control over the stock market. I didn't even have that much money tied up in the stock market. But I kept worriedly reading the news to see what was happening. And now, I must confess, I spent too much time the past week dwelling on the news. And so what happened to my productivity? How was my ability to create affected? Well, as you might guess, it all went decidedly downhill. In fact, that's why I didn't even post anything yesterday, even though my plan is to post a new video to this channel 5 days a week. I need to go on a news fast. I need to forego checking the news for a while. I'll probably go through a bit of news withdrawal. Sometimes I find myself thinking that if I'm not fully informed on all things at all times, my friends, and people who don't know me at all, will think I'm uncaring and unfeeling. Well, maybe you're in the same boat. The news has been pretty relentless these days, and it's all too easy to start feeling anxious about everything. And you know what? It makes it almost impossible to be creative. So if you're in that boat, if you're having difficulties because there's so much bad news, I'd like to challenge you to go on a news fast with me. And maybe you're one of those rare, blissful people who are not affected adversely by the news and the commentaries. But if you're like me, sometimes you got to unplug. And once you get past the withdrawal symptoms, you could find yourself feeling less anxious and able to focus more fully on your work. You find yourself thinking of ways to serve your spouse, your family, your friends. You think about how grateful you are to have them in your life. And when you're working on your songwriting and you decide to take a break, listen to music instead of checking the news. The news goes on, even when you're not devoting all your attention to it. And when you go on a news fast, you free up your brain for more creative, important creative work. So I'm going on a 1, maybe 2-day news fast. If you find yourself stressed out these days and you're having a hard time creating, then I encourage you, join me. And then let me know how it goes. And I'll let you know how it goes for me. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment on this video. And be sure to visit songwritersmentor.com, and I'll see you next time.